Hello, Melissa Darmwan for the Finance News Network. Joining me from Elixinol Global is CEO Oliver Horn. Oliver, nice to meet you.
Thanks for having me, Melissa.
You're welcome. Now to the news about a proposed acquisition. What was announced?
Look, on Monday we announced the signing of a binding agreement to buy Germany's preeminent brand in the retail channel, which is Cannabidiol, and the business is called CannaCare, which is for us a really strategic move as it allows us to get into Europeans' highest growth market and second biggest CBD market at this stage, Germany, and take a very strategic position there by having the leadership brand really in the retail market with over 4,500 distribution points. So, great announcement that we should be sharing with the market on Monday.
Thanks, Oliver. Now to the key points of the deal. What does it mean for shareholders?
Look, we are putting it to vote to shareholders at the first half of May when we have our AGM. And the board unanimously recommends obviously this transaction to our shareholders for a number of reasons. First of all, the business at the moment, or in 2020, is just shy of 4 million Australian dollars. Importantly, it's breaking even, so it's nearing profitability, which is fantastic. Secondly, the cash transaction, or the transaction in itself, is a very fair multiplier. The upfront consideration for this business is 9 million euros. Of which 3 million euros are in cash, 6 million are in scrip, and that represents around a 3.5 times multiplier on revenue compared to our multiplier that we're trading at, which is 4 at the moment. So it's a very favorable, I think, transaction mechanic. And then on top of that, there's an earnout component for the vendors, depending on how revenues develop, and that will be payable once they exceed 6.5 million euros or 10 million Australian dollars at 20% EBITDA. So all in all, this is not only strategic for the business, but also from the financials, it makes sense.
So, Oliver, what is the timeline and where does this position Elixinol in the CBD market?
Look, the timeline is AGM first half of May, or maybe a couple of days later. The NOM will go out, notice of meeting will go out very shortly. And then we hope for closing, or we aim for closing at the beginning of July. And that means really the business would become our business. And in the second half of the year, you will see the financial impact of that in our public accounts. So that's the timeline that we're working towards. But we really, one thing is completion. We really have a 2-3 year journey plan ahead of us. We want to create a pan-European business of scale, combine our UK and European or German operations and really create a powerhouse, in the wellness space. And that's what we are really excited about.
And are there additional benefits beyond the impact of the financial year 21 financials?
Yes, absolutely. One of the immediate opportunities for us that we see is just pooling our supply chain capability and leveraging our combined scale, to get more favorable terms with our suppliers. So we're definitely looking for cost of goods synergies, but also best practice sharing. I think we have very complementary skill set between CannaCare and Elixinol UK, and we can stretch those skill sets and learn from each other. I think that's important. And importantly, also cross-selling opportunities. So we've long harbored the ambition to take Elixinol into the German market. And now that's a real immediate possibility for us through the CannaCare Health team, equally taking Cannabidiol brands into other geographies where we are already playing. So a number of benefits are synergies to us, which is all on top of the revenue and the profitability that we expect the business to generate.
Last question, Oliver. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Look, yes, I think we are extremely relieved. We've done 4 hard months of work and due diligence throughout Christmas, throughout the Australian summer, which I'm really grateful for, because the team has given a lot of their discretionary time, to get this deal done. But it really brings us closer to our vision, become a global hemp-derived nutraceuticals and wellness company. And there's a really seismic step and a transformational step in our journey towards that. So, we hope that the market receives that well, and we are looking forward to presenting it to shareholders in May.
Oliver Horn, nice to meet you and big congratulations.
Thank you, Melissa. It's great to be here. Appreciate your time.